movies. Mutilation, decapitation, torture. Does that sound entertaining? More blood than a blood bank. Have we got your attention?
All right. Welcome back, terrestrials. In this episode, we're doing 1998's Urban Legend. Now, obviously, in the late 90s, they made some horror movies. They made some efforts. Um, it's it's a class of its own. It's a little bit of an underappreciated class to an extent as well. Uh, or is it appreciated just as much as it should be?
Right.
That's kind of the biggest question that I have because I mean, like, obviously Scream, that's a S tier, that's a banger. Like
Right.
that's in a league of its own. But as far as like Urban Legend, I Know What You Did Last Summer, these like 90s style horror movies that I don't know, they lack something that I can't figure it out. If you know, leave it in the comment section.
Yeah, well,
Um,
they're like Scream. They're not Scream ripoffs, but they're Scream clones, where it takes the not the similar premise, like they add to it, but like the Scooby Doo, like who done it, method,
yeah,
or
but I
who's
just
doing it, you
not even
know.
that because like I can watch horror movies that are blatant ripoffs of other horror movies.
Right.
I'm
Well,
okay with that, but there's something in 90s, like late 90s specifically, 97, 98, 99,
mhm.
that just feels weird. And
Yeah.
and it translated into Halloween H2O. Like that movie feels very 90s and away from the Halloween franchise.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we're here to talk about this one specifically.
Right.
So,
Right.
Jerry,
Right.
what do you grade this one at?
I'll give it an A minus. A.
Really?
I'll give it
Holy
an A.
shit. I was not expecting that.
I enjoy this.
All right. All right. So
What
I'm
do
gonna
you
give
give it?
it, I'm gonna give it
Okay.
like a C
Okay.
minus. C. I'll give it a
See.
C.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead. Why?
Why? It's just there's something about it. I think it's the premise.
It's the hot
Okay.
redhead. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
It's the fucking Daniel Harris's Marilyn Manson poster and shit. Fucking it's just but no, it's um
Who has sex with a bra on?
uh
Is this is
fucking
fucking middle school, dude. Like let's
yeah.
lose that.
Um, but the like the yes moment is like, okay, the movie's called Urban Legend. The killer
Mhm.
kills by using well-known urban legends because he, the killer themselves is killing because they were killed by an urban legend. It's fucking like Christopher Nolan Inception, fucking like okay, you go to like your Scream, you know,
Okay.
why were they doing that? Why were they killing in that? Oh, because of reason, you know. Why were
Sydney's mom was a whore
yeah.
and
Fucking
fucked Billy's dad and
yeah.
ruined their marriage.
Oh yes. Fucking and then the Stu was just like, yeah, sure, I'll join
Yeah,
along.
man,
Fucking yeah.
shit, yeah. This is
Um,
gonna lead me to Scooby-Doo, bro.
yeah. Fucking I gotta be in the movie too, you know. Um, but like I know
We
what you
love you,
did
Martha
last
Lillard, by
summer
the way.
is, it's pretty open booked, but this I really enjoy the premise of like, okay, something happened. Now something's happening in the campus that's like close to the urban legends and like the
It
urban le
is the same school.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And fucking like, you got your Brad Dorff, you got your Freddy Krueger, you got, like all
Can
these
we can we just talk about Brad Dourif real quick? What
yeah,
a fucking amazing actor. Like comes in on this tiny little role and blows it out of the park. Like,
right.
I mean, like we already know, we're all I'll speak for myself. I'm a huge Brad Dourif fan. I'll
Yes.
watch pretty much anything he's in. And that episode of the X-Files Beyond the Sea, he is an incredible actor. He gave like an acting class to everybody in that episode. But
Right.
again, he channels that to this. He takes this
Mhm.
tiny little role and makes it massive. And it's
101%
just, I
professional.
mean, yeah, dude, I just
Professional.
love him. Like, no snub to Robert Englund. He was in the movie too, but like
Yeah.
Brad Dourif is like blows Robert Englund out of the water with a 10-second roll, like
Yeah.
a 2-minute roll or something. So yeah.
Yeah, because
Uh,
he's the setter upper because of the
right,
urban
right, right.
legend being someone goes to the gas station
Hmm.
self full service,
Yeah,
and as they're filling up the gas, but he's creepy
right,
and there's someone in your back seat,
right,
that urban legend.
right.
I'm like that's another thing is like these urban legends that they touch on in this movie. They really they really are unique and interesting. Like even when they throw you for like a left hook where it's like, "Oh, is this supposed to be the killer's upstairs?" And it's like, "No, this is the fucking your dog's in a microwave," and it ends on fucking the like I know it's supposed to be soda and pop rocks, not fucking like Drano, but
Right,
he gets
right.
Dranoed.
Yeah,
It's like it's gross and it's gory and it's like, yeah, all right, I enjoy this. Like from the 90s, the late 90s like era horror movies like this. I'd even like put this like in a stir of echoes. Like kind of like feel. Like Stir of Echoes is a great fucking
yeah,
movie.
yeah. Stir of
And
Echoes
this
is
I would
great.
find like kind of on that
So,
riding on the line.
so, all right. So for me, I gave it a C, and the reason I did that is because of the ridiculous acting. Um,
Oh yeah,
I
it's a
like
horror
these
movie.
people in, yeah, but you don't have to have bad acting in a horror movie.
No.
It's not written in the contract.
Right.
Um, especially like you have, all right, so this thing has so many things going for it, right? It has the original premise, like
Hmm.
the premise is pretty original.
Right.
Um, you have a good college setup. Um, and then you have Tara Reid and fucking Michael Rosenbaum
Yeah.
and Jared Leto and Pacey from Dawson's Creek, which when it played Dawson's Creek for a split second, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
When he starts the car and it's like, I don't want to wait. And he's like, what the hell?
Do you
Uh,
know when that happened? Like, okay, when I first watched this, when I
yeah.
first was like, "Oh wow, this is really good. I should bring this to the show." Fucking when I first watched this, it was like the same day I was watching Scary Movie.
Uh-huh.
And I fucking okay, so they have their Dawson's Creek moment in there
Yeah.
where
Yeah. Yeah.
fucking they're playing the song and then
Yeah.
James Vanderbeek pops his
Right.
head in and is like,
Yeah.
oh, you know. And for some weird reason, I thought that happened in this movie when I watched it again when we were like, let's do this. Like for some weird reason, I thought there was
You
like
thought James Vanderbeek was going to pop
the
in?
I don't want to wait thing happens and James Vanderbeek walks by and shit
Hmm.
fucking with like my brain went to that world.
Interesting.
That's like early onset dementia or
Sure.
some shit.
Sure it is.
Okay.
Get
I
that checked
really
out.
thought because I was waiting for it and then that moment happened and my brain went, "No, I thought I had James Vanderbeek because there's later on and shit." Fucking it's like, "Oh, wait a minute, no, he dies. Fuck. I'm mixing up a scary movie and
Drugs
this."
affect the memory.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so like they had so many things going for them, and I like Michael Rosenbaum. Jared Leto's been a bomb in several different movies. Like he did great in Lord of War. He did great
Yeah.
Dallas Buyers Club. There's been plenty of movies where I've enjoyed him, but in this they just were so young, and the acting was so contrived.
Hmm.
And when you bring it up against Stir of Echoes is more of a like, yeah, they're both like whodunits, but at the same time, Stir of Echoes feels more of a psychological
Oh,
like.
not the premise, just the quality of horror that was coming
So
out
I
at this
to
time.
me, yeah, to me, Star of Echoes stands alone,
Yeah, I
closer to
will.
Scream than this. This is more. I know what you did last Friday or what was it? Friday thir what is it? I know what you did last summer.
Yeah,
Those
close
two,
enough.
yeah, whatever. I started to go down the fucking parody route and
Yeah.
unintentionally, but that's what this feels more akin
Well,
to,
yeah,
like
yeah. I
that
mean,
the silly version of the 90s horror, as where there were some peak 90s horror like that one. Um,
which
but
is funny though, because like Scream was supposed to kill off like all of the
the
slasher. Like
slasher,
it was supposed to be
right?
the end of the
But it
slasher, and all
revived it
it
because it
did,
was they did too good.
yeah, all it did was just create parody of Scream movies with getting fucking every fucking like preteen actor and stuff
Right,
or
right.
post-teen actor and just throwing them in a horror situation and shit.
Hmm.
Fucking like, oh, we need the kid from Dawson's Creek. Fucking, he dyed his hair like Slim Shady. It's
Hmm.
fine. It's fine. That's what the kids are doing nowadays and shit. Fucking frosted tips and shit. God.
Yeah, I mean it's the little things like that that
Yeah.
like like Sarah Michelle Gellar is considered a scream queen. And I'm
Yes.
like, but I know what you did last summer in Scream 2, briefly in Scream 2. Okay. But like you're right about the choice of actors and stuff, but it just this one this one felt like
This one.
it had so many good things going for it that I felt like they dropped the ball too much. The overacting, the choice of characters, like I really, really like the security guard lady.
Yes.
I love the fact that she's like, you don't think we should hire more security right now? Because there's two dead college students, and the
Yeah.
Jean's like, meh. But I don't think she was. I don't think she was ready for the role. I feel like as much as I like that actor, I feel like she wasn't right. I wanted somebody who was more aggressive, more she felt very motherly in that role, and I that's not who I saw in that role.
Right.
Again, my opinion, not that she did a bad job with the role, it's just not who I envisioned in that role. So
No.
there's just a lot of little things like that, like the dean being a dick for no reason. Like
Hey, he's like
I mean, I
the
get that
cop
he doesn't
on,
want,
you need that. You need some authoritative figure. Like,
but
this is
it's the
bullshit
same,
what you're.
but that guy and Freddy Krueger are doing the exact same thing. They're
Right.
both downplaying this. And then you have the red herring of it was like they almost did too much. Like then you got the red herring of the janitor.
Yeah.
And everybody's a suspect kind of thing. And it's like that works, but you got to do it subtly. You can't
Right.
just be like, you're a fucking suspect. No, you're a fucking like,
Yeah,
you
everybody's
know,
just pointing the finger at
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
at that
And
point.
it's
But
like,
that's
all
the
right,
Scream
but
thing where it's like, as an audience member, you're sitting there watching it and you're like, oh, I think it's that person. Oh, I think it's that person. Oh, I think and by throwing like a million red herrings, because I agree with that statement 100% that they were doing too many of these like red herring things and shit because they did it in Scream, like with,
but they did
uh,
it right. They put
right. They did it right in Scream. They did it wrong in
They
this one.
made Billy seem like the killer,
Right.
and then they clear him to find out he's the killer. That's a good way of doing
Yeah,
it.
that's a good way.
Um, but
This one, it's like, oh, we
here they're
found a
just like,
raincoat in there
right,
and
yeah,
shit, or fucking an axe and
yeah,
shit, you know.
yeah. It just and like when Hottie McHahat is standing up in the window and she's watching um, Rebecca Gayheart swim, and the person comes up with the coat and she's like screaming, she breaks the glass. It's
Yeah.
like that. No, man.
No,
Like,
no.
no, that doesn't work. It didn't work. It was a little bit out of pocket. It was like, again, contrived. You were trying to do the thing instead
Hmm.
of doing it natural. It didn't feel right. So obviously, like the movie is still good. I would say like
Yeah,
definitely
this
watch
is
it. I'm
good.
not trying to sit here and shit on the whole thing, but
Right, right, right.
I can see a lot of downfalls. And one of my biggest things is continuity. We all know that.
Mm.
So there's so much continuity in this movie. There's so much of it. Like Tara Reid like blowing the microphone, and then like she takes like the sound thing off, and then it's on, and then it's off, and then it's on, and then
Hmm.
you're just like fucking who?
Doesn't she have like a Britney Spears thing, like the fucking like McDonald's fucking
She
thing
does
at the
when she's
beginning?
taking, well, yeah, but she also like goes to the microphone.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I don't know if it's in the beginning, but she definitely has a like a headset too.
Well,
Um,
this
but
has
yeah.
one of my big pet peeves is this campus is either the smallest
Mhm.
campus in the world or
Right.
so big that we only see like small bits of it. Like first of all, that radio station is fucking massive.
Yeah,
And
where is that?
yeah, like no, if this was a college radio station, it'd be probably half the size of this room that I'm in right now
I'm gonna
with an
throw
en
out.
yeah,
Go
with
ahead.
an engineer sitting right next to her just being
Yeah.
like
Why
line
is that guy's
4.
shirt open?
Yeah.
But it was like little things like that that I was just kept taking me out of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out a wild conspiracy theory. A
Hey.
conspiracy theory. I think that this movie was shot at the same school slash quad or slash cafeteria thing as Saved by the Bell new class. I'm pretty sure that's the same lunchroom that Saved by the Bell used to shoot scenes in.
Could be.
I will never
Everything
know,
made of
but
fucking wood
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
shit. And it's
yeah.
just like, it's not.
It makes me feel like the school, like based on that, like everything being made out of wood and it's old and stuff, it makes
Mhm.
me feel like it's supposed to be a really prestigious school
Right.
because, like, that's kind of how you would envision Harvard, like
Right.
old school, old money, old handcrafted wood and all this stuff.
Right.
But then they never allude to it being anything but a safe college. And then you don't get to see the grounds very much. You're just inside building, inside building, inside building. The only time you really see is when they walk up to the building in the beginning and Pacey's like making the noises from inside.
Right.
And then again, when they're like this short walk here
Mhm.
and this short walk, and it's like, uh, what else? Where is the rest of the school? Like,
Right.
where you're in one classroom that is massive. Like there's 17 kids in a lecture hall that's meant for 200. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if they could remake this, and I think it is, right? I think they're remaking this.
I don't know if but there is a part two.
Well, there's three or so,
Oh,
but
okay. Is there? Because
yeah.
I know I've seen this one and I have not seen any other of
Okay, yeah.
the other
Good
ones.
good
But
for you. Um
I mean, I
I
don't know what other else they can do and stuff. Is like Slender Man gonna be
no,
coming to
I
fucking
think,
what other
well,
urban legends
well,
are
see,
there?
that's the thing though. That's the perfect point. Because what they did was old-timey urban legends
Right,
for
right.
all this like historical book, but then they like, here's one that you would understand from Pop Rocks and Pepsi, because we grew up hearing that.
Mikey likes
Like,
it. Yeah.
yeah. So I never heard the Mikey likes it part, but I did
Oh
hear
yeah.
the Pepsi and Pop Rocks, or any soda and Pop Rocks will make your stomach explode.
Right.
But there's so many more newer urban legends, like even if they are just rewritten urban legends in like a newer style, you
Mm.
can bring that to the newer generation, and you get somebody like what's her name, Randy's niece from Scream, that's very like knowledgeable about horror and stuff. You put that type of
Right.
character in there to just stir things up and like shake things up, not in a good or bad way,
Right.
then I think that this could be remade well. Obviously not the point, but because we're reviewing this, but I think that it has good remake potential, and they can fix the few things that are wrong in this one.
Mm,
I watched it a lot. I watched it as a kid. I watched it over the years.
no,
And I've even watched one of the, I know I've watched number two. I don't think I've watched the number three one,
right.
um, but like overall, it's a good movie. It just, those little things made me feel like,
But yeah,
the
yeah.
90s,
Oh, I
the
mean, you gotta
90s
just
horror. It's
see.
like, the thing is, sorry to cut you
No,
off. The
no,
thing
no.
is,
Go
like,
ahead.
when you're fed butter noodles every night for dinner when you're a kid, you don't want butter noodles when you grow up.
Yeah,
So that's kind of what this is.
yeah.
We grew up with 90s horror movies, so we don't want 90s horror movies, or we
Right.
see the flaws in them because we grew up with them.
Mm,
And, and it's not, uh, uh, you know, it's not a shooting star. It's not a gym. It's not Scream. It's not
correct.
Stir of Echoes.
There's not very many,
Right.
but I will say this is that at first because usually I'm the one who's like, oh my God, this fucking movie.
Right. Right.
And it's like it's the same thing like Freddy versus Jason. Like,
Mhm.
okay, why isn't Freddy versus Jason clicking with me? Because it has everything in
Yeah.
there that I would enjoy. And that's what
Mhm.
this movie has. Is like it literally checks all those boxes if this was made like in, 82 and shit.
Mhm.
Fucking, minus
Right.
like, bad camera, So but that's really what stuck to me in this was like, oh,
So
okay,
why
yeah,
this and not that then?
what?
Why this movie works as you gave it an A.
A.
We give like really good movies
Really,
A's.
yeah, yeah. It's just
And
there's like I said, when I
but
was
the,
watching it, it was just hitting those right, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a fun time, like watching this, and I'm like, I'm wanting to find out more about this. Not even looking at my phone, and that's a clear indication that I'm enjoying it. Is that I'm not sitting there being like, let me check the weather again, not doing that, and I'm just kind of just glued in and just like, like, oh wow, look at that behind Tara Reid and stuff, or oh wow, look
yeah,
at
look at that, not Tara Reid.
look at get out of there,
Yeah,
Tara
and
Reid.
her whole death scene,
Yeah.
like her just running and stuff, it
Oh,
was just like, oh my God, kill
yeah.
her, please get this over with, kill her, please.
Okay, this is my last day on set.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
and see, yeah, those moments were hitting for me where it's just like,
But
it's clicking,
that brings me back to why this and not that. Like why Freddy vs. Jason didn't click when it had every single thing.
because when I watched Freddy versus
And
Jason, I was thinking like, and I even said that in our Freddy versus Jason review, where it's like everything that I want. It's there. It's there. Like,
right.
and I've gone back and watched Freddy versus Jason being like, no, this is actually a really good movie.
Okay,
Like
that's
I'm
fine then.
given
Then
better.
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Then we don't need to go over.
yeah,
I mean, we can, but like
yeah,
we don't. But if you were still on the page of meh,
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'm
Like
like,
Freddy versus
how
Jason is so
is
good. No, Freddy
Urban
versus Jason is a good
Legend
movie.
the one and Freddy versus Jason not? Like
Right.
that's being like, yeah, you know what? Godfather, not such a great movie. You know what I really like? Fucking, I don't know. Name a shitty ripoff of The Godfather. Like, it's
Freaking
like,
Oscar. Um,
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, with Stallone. But yeah, no, there's like, I'm doing this more and more where like when I'm watching a horror movie or I'm watching a movie in general, and like it's just like it's not clicking, or I'm checking my phone. But there's comes a moment in a movie where I have to sit there and go, what does this movie not have compared to
Right.
something equivalent to it? Where I'm like, oh, all about it,
Hmm.
especially in the horror genre. Horror and sci-fi are, a little bit more up there. But you know, what's wrong with Leprechaun in space? But fuck it, or compared to like,
Jason
no,
X.
or yeah, Jason X or fucking Event Horizon. They're both are fucking uh Hellraiser Bloodlines. They
A
all take place
fucking
in space.
Event Horizon is incredible.
Yeah.
You don't like Event Horizon?
I haven't watched it in a very,
Yeah,
very,
go back and
very
do
long
yourself
time.
there and do that.
And the
That's
last
just
time I watched it,
great.
I was on substances,
Oh,
and
well,
I
then
believe
that's your
it was
problem.
in. I was convinced myself that it was in Norwegian and shit. Fucking like because I
Okay, well,
just bought it
you
from
ruined your own
yeah
experience,
the
so that's your
Goodwill.
fault. Yeah,
I was like,
okay.
did I buy a Norwegian copy of fucking
I
Event
mean, if you were gonna
Horizon?
find one, it would be at the Goodwill.
That would be like that is the most like random thing ever.
For sure.
I have a Norwegian copy of fucking Event Horizon.
That's really funny.
But yeah, no, so I mean it's player's choice on this,
Yeah,
so
yeah, and obviously everything's subjective.
correct.
I think just for this one, it just doesn't. It was funny because when I was sitting there, I was like, do I like I Know What You Did Last Summer more than this? And then I was like, no, I'm not going to make that statement because I
No.
would have to go back and watch it
It has
first.
been a very long time since I've watched that. A very long time. Like I watched it once
Hmm.
and like saw the scream like if uh Urban Legend is a clone, fucking I Know What You Did Last Summer is literally just a Scream ripoff. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I think that at least Urban Legend has its premise being,
All right.
or its base story being original, and
Right.
that's why I gave it a C. Brad Dorff and the story being original, give it a C.
Yeah. Brad Dorff,
Um,
Tyler
but
Pierce.
uh, but like I remember watching, well, so also at that time, Scream revitalized the slasher by accident.
Right.
So everybody was trying to do something with
What
the
do we got?
slasher.
Yeah, what do we got in the studio? Put it out
So
now.
that's why like I don't dislike this movie because
Right.
they were trying. And same thing with I Know What You Did Last Summer. Is it a great movie? No. I'm almost sure of it. I watched the new one that came out
Right.
like most people didn't. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, man. It's the same old thing, but like they're trying. It's
Yeah.
a try. They're trying. And that's how I feel about I Know What You Did Last Summer is like they tried.
Hmm.
Is it going to like if I sat down and watched this and came back and was like it's better, or
Yeah.
would I be like, oh no, so bad? Like I don't know. But it for me, I was trying to recollect like that time frame of me in my life of going like, which one did I watch more? And it was definitely Urban Legends. I know that
Yeah.
because I've had that DVD since it came out on DVD. Like I watched that a lot. And maybe that's part of it. I'm just fatigued by the
Mm,
movie.
true.
But I've probably seen that movie over 20
Whereas
times.
me, it was Scream or none. Like I'd watch these, they'd come out of the video store, and it's like, oh, cool. And I'd put it on, and I'm going like, not clicking, not nowhere near as good as Scream,
Yeah.
because I'm judging that that's the high watermark. Scream's
Well,
the high
yeah, for sure.
watermark. And now since I'm like beyond the Scream high watermark, there's other
Hmm.
high watermarks, but because of that high watermark, now I can go back and rewatch these and going, oh, I see what their uniqueness is, and I can see that, and I
Right.
can
You can
reinterpret
appreciate
it.
them
Yeah,
away
reappreciate it.
from Scream
Right, right. So
instead of comparing them to Scream.
I think the
And yeah,
science
no.
experiment is I need to go back and watch I Know What You Did Last Summer and see like is it the same thing, because urban legend might just be a
No,
fluke, where it's like,
no,
oh
no, it's not.
shit, it was
It's not the
actually
same
just
thing. You
yeah.
might you
And
might be like, hey, it's not as bad as I remember, but
right,
it's not, you're not gonna be like, dude, have you seen this movie?
dude,
I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's It's fucking
Put it
incredible. It's
on
chef's kiss,
and
right?
just watch it up until
Yeah.
the
Let me
35-minute
tell you
mark.
about the layers of white privilege that they
Yeah.
talk about in this movie.
Fucking the
Um,
yacht club
right, yeah.
and no.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Let's do it next week. I don't give a shit.
I don't
I
fucking
think
want to watch
it's
it yet. We'll wait because see that's another problem
no,
is that if
because
I
they're two
no,
completely different movies. You just don't want to watch it.
but
That's
I'll be
fine.
judging it compared to me watching fucking Urban Legend, because I just watched Urban Legend. So if I watch I Know What You Did Last Summer, I'm gonna go, yeah, it sucks because it's not as good as Urban Legend because I gave Urban Legend fucking an A. And she,
But then how are you supposed to compare it to it
I
ever?
gotta, give some time after
Yeah, so
Urban
like eight
Legend,
months later, we can watch we can watch I
I
Know
know
What
what
You
you
Did
did
Last
last.
Summer,
Yeah,
and
wait
then
for our
you're gonna
Christmas
come to the
episode where we
table.
do I Know
Yeah.
What You Did Last Summer.
So then we come back to the table 8 months later, and you're like, it's not Urban Legend. I didn't care. I'm like, we waited this long for you to come to the table
Yeah,
with the exact same thing.
yeah. Anticipation.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking.
yeah.
Ah, hey, all right.
Hey,
Let me get your kill though on this. Like, what's your top kill on this movie?
man, I don't know. They honestly, they were all a little weak and a
Mm,
lot of off-scene kills. But I think Michael Rosenbaum, because it's tech I would consider it technically a double kill because he kills the dog or she kills the
right.
dog and then him shoving that shit down throat. But and I like Michael Rosenbaum and I know he played it up super
Yeah.
hard, so it was like kind of funny to watch. But yeah, what do you got?
Oh, that's the one I picked.
Oh
Fucking,
yeah, all right,
it was
cool.
from earlier. Fucking,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I thought it was the most interesting. There's a
yeah.
lot.
The pacey kill's
The
good too, but it's very, again, it starts on scene and finishes off scene. We never see, we see what happens to his body at the end, but we don't see we don't even see him actually die all the way,
Yeah, I'll
really.
even go Daniel Harris's because of
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
like
that's good.
the music and
Maybe that's it. The lack of
playing.
brutality. Because, like, in these movies, you only got one gory kill because
Right.
of the MPCA or the Moms Hate
Yeah.
Movies Club
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, you only got that one brutal kill, and then the rest had to be, like, not bloody or off
Minuscule or
screen or something like that.
right. Right.
And it doesn't feel right. And now
Right.
we're out of that, and Terrifier's like cutting faces and shoving
Right.
potatoes in
We're
heads and shit. So,
desensitized
yeah.
because of Terrifier being like, oh, okay. And then theaters are just like, yeah, sure, put that in
Yeah,
there,
yeah, it's sold. It's sold. Oh,
So
all right. Well, let's give it to him.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
But in that case, Jacob, hey, would you go see this in the theater?
I can't say that I didn't. I was racking my brain if this is one of those ones that I saw in the theaters, and I don't remember, so I'm gonna say no. But no, I don't really have interest in watching it in theaters.
I don't either. I kind of enjoy the video personal aspect of it. I mean, there's nothing really on the screen
Right.
that's like, yeah, I would love to see that on the big screen,
Mhm.
There's no oh yeah, I saw that in the theater kind of
Coolness to
So,
it. Yeah.
yeah, so
I do think that this is very much this was a rental for me on
yeah,
VHS before
yeah,
I got it
definitely.
on DVD. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I know I have it on VHS.
Do you? Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
a
was
couple
going to the
copies.
next day. If I can own a physical copy, you
Oh
do.
yes, good thing you ask. Yes, I
Yeah.
have several copies on VHS. I was
Uh,
actually looking for it so I could watch it on my big ass floor TV,
nice.
but I realized when that shelf fell and I dropped all those movies onto the floor,
It was one of them.
um, um, I think that was one of the ones that got transferred to the shed in the tub. So I don't have.
Yes, I do not own a copy of it either, but
I do have three copies of Scream. Like, well, how do you work this? Right there.
yeah,
Uh,
well, that's different. That's Scream. So,
and not to
um,
mention the other ones that are over here above
yeah,
us.
I wouldn't mind. I would
I'll
like,
dig through and I'll see if I have more than one copy because I'm pretty sure I have like two or three copies of it, and I'll
right.
bring you one.
I want a multi-pack of I Know What You Did Last Summer, this fucking The Faculty.
The
Uh,
Faculty's the jam, though. That's another winner. I
but
love The
that's
Faculty.
another. post
All right,
fucking Scream.
I know, but like, how did you feel about The Faculty?
The Faculty is amazing because
All
it's
right,
an
yeah, all right.
original story,
Yeah.
but it still holds true and stuff,
Isn't it like a H.P. Lovecraft story?
something
Or
like that. I don't
like a
know.
retelling of Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of thing?
I maybe Invasion like
Yeah,
that,
I can't remember.
but
But yeah, I
still
know I know it was
still
good.
got its roots in horror
Yeah,
science fiction,
for sure.
but it holds those truths. We're gonna put um modern 90s like stars, TV stars, teenagers in
I
there.
think that the thing that that one did differently though, because Josh Hartnett wasn't really a huge star. He was like a rom-com
Right.
movie person at that point, like teen love stories. Elijah Wood has been around
Yeah,
at
but he
that point. He
wasn't
was
doing
a
anything at that point.
Not at
I
the
mean, nothing
time, but I
big.
mean, he was coming off of several movies, The Good Son and stuff like that as he was younger.
Yeah.
So he was already established.
North.
Um, fucking the Terminator, or T-1000, as the football
Oh
coach,
yeah,
like
football coach John Stewart
established.
in
John
there.
Stewart, exactly. I mean, at that time, John Stewart hadn't really done much except
Yeah, he wasn't on
I
Daily
think
Show yet.
I think he might have been on the Daily Show. I think the Daily Show started earlier than we remember.
Yeah.
Um, but it, and I think that this was like probably the first time we saw a musician come in and play and act like a character from like the hip hop community
Right.
with Usher. So,
No, fucking Usher being in The Faculty is Ice Cube being in Halloween is
oh, that's
fucking
true. That's true. That's true.
Busta Rhymes being in
You're right.
Halloween
I'm super
Resurrection.
wrong. Wow.
We have
So wrong.
to we have to put the rappers in there. So
Hey, it worked for
fucking
Fast and the Furious for fucking 13 movies.
yeah.
But yeah, so like I think The Faculty is
It's great.
another standalone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe
I
we should
mean,
do that at some
Scream
point.
made some like Scream, was killing off the old slashers, but the new ones that came, there are more bangers than there are fucking duds. Like there's very little duds
Mm,
of in that genre.
but 90s slashers?
The late 90s slashers. Like
Well,
post,
we'll see.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
yeah, post Scream slashers. There are more really good horror movies that are a little different than what they were in the 80s. They're not rock and roll anymore. They're not heavy metal, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Now there's something different. And that is what
I mean,
Scream did,
all right,
you know?
horror movies from 90, let's call it 96.
All right, well, while you're looking and stuff, you can answer this one. Jacob, is this a cult classic?
I mean, I guess I don't hear anybody talk
I
about
don't hear
it.
anybody talk about it.
I don't know that I would consider it one just because of the caliber of the movie, but
Right.
that's my opinion.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
think?
starting a cult. So,
Yeah,
hey,
sweet.
yeah.
Sweet.
If you're
Oh, yeah.
watching it all the way up to here, fucking Urban Legends is amazing.
Nobody's
Jacob, would
watched
you
this far.
recommend this movie?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Of course, I would.
I think it's original enough. Definitely watch it for sure. Don't let me deter you.
Right. Yeah. Watch it, motherfucker.